This is Loretta Coleman, and I'm sincerely asking you for your help. Will you donate $10 to help make this event celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. a success? This is Loretta Coleman, and I'm sincerely asking you for your help. Will you donate $10 to help make this event celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. a success?
Well, here we go. Here we go again, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to Loretta Coleman Live. It is a good day because it's the day that God has made. And guess what? We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. No matter what has happened during the course of a day, no matter what setbacks you have had during the course of a day, no matter if you have had to have tears that have flown down falling down your face today, is still a good day because it's a day that God has made. And just to encourage you before we go into our show on tonight, life is not going to always be a bed of roses. We're not going to always have everything that we want. Sometimes we're going to be disappointed. Sometimes we're going to have things to happen that we don't quite understand in life. But for me to you, I want you to know that you can make it. You don't have to hold your head down. You don't have to feel sorry for yourself. You have someone with you that will never leave you or will never forsake you. I'm not telling you what somebody told me, I'm telling you what I know. Sometimes we depend on people too much and people let us down. But, ladies and gentlemen, there is someone who will never let you down. And that someone is our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Took me 62 years to learn that. Took me 62 years to learn that if I trust God and if I believe in Him, then everything is all right and it's going to be all right. Haven't always been there, still got a ways to go. But I told them on last night, when you've had some things to happen to you in life, when you ran into some brick walls, when you've had some people to disappoint you and to walk away, when you've had people to betray you, then there's nobody else that you can turn to that you don't ever have to worry about being disappointed, and that's God. God will never disappoint you. We may disappoint Him, but He will never disappoint. I've learned so much. I've learned so much. And if I could just tell you a tenth of the things I've learned, it will bless somebody. But I'm at a place now, you know, I'm just at a different place right now. I'm telling you, I'm at a different place. I don't need to be around a crowd. I love people. I love to interact with people, but I don't need to be around a crowd to be happy because I'm happy with me and I'm happy with who God is making me to be. And I thank Him so much. You may can't understand why I'm saying this, but I thank Him so much for not giving up on me. People give up on you. You make one mistake, they might forgive you. You make two mistakes, then there's some doubt. You make three mistakes, I knew it all the time. That's what they're going to say. So I'm not going to put myself, oh my God, what did I do? I'm not going to put myself in that situation anymore. You're either going to like me for me, or what they say, you can hit the road, Jack, and never look back. And that's not to be mean, but we talking about tonight. Sometimes we compromise too much. Sometimes we compromise our happiness for other people's happiness. That's what we're going to talk about. Sometimes we compromise our happiness for other people's happiness, and we walking around sad. Now, let me speak to some people that's on. We say, hello to you, just chilling, whoever that is. I'm a millionaire, but I'm not from the USA. So maybe my English is bad. I follow this channel and everyone can be a billionaire. No joke. Praise God. Well, I'm going to say if you're a millionaire, you can sell me some money and you can cash out me some money because I am in need of some money for God's kingdom. And God told me this. He said, Loretta, continue to do what you're doing because I have millionaires. I have billionaires that's watching you that will sow into you. So, you just happen to be one of the ones. I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm going to believe God. But thank you for watching. Hey, Joshua, how you doing? Hey, Reverend Frank Thompson, how you doing? Hey, C Snail Production, how you doing? Hey, Pastor Mary Lynn Young, how you doing? We certainly hope you feel better. I watched your church service on Sunday, and I talked to our friend, and so we're praying for you. Joshua said amen. See, he believed that. Eric Scraborn, he's sponsoring. This gentleman is from Melbourne, North Carolina. I think I said it right. But we're gonna bring him on and let him talk about the big Bobby Jones event that he's got coming up in a couple of months, and we're gonna let everybody know about that. So thank you for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Benny Allen, thank you so very much. Now let's see. Hold on. Let me tell you how I make simple candy bars. A box jar filled with candy. I paid $2 for only one. I sell it for $3.50 complete in my first package. Now this I'm gonna share with y'all. He shared it with me. So I'm gonna share it with y'all. This is how he became a millionaire. He said, I make simple candy boxes, a box or a jar filled with candy. I pay $2 for only one. I sell it for $3.50 as a complete package. In my first year, I sold 1,500. Then he said, doing it for 5 years now, and also rent some things out. You better come on. You better come on, brother or sister, whichever one you are. But to God be the glory for you. To God be the glory for you. Yes, Evangelist, feel much better. I'm glad that you are feeling better. And when you feel better, just let me know. And I'm going to bring you on my platform and spotlight your ministry and let you talk about the things that you're doing. Because that's what I'm doing. I want to bring people on who are making a difference in the lives of others, not just me, myself, and I, but I want to bring people on that's doing things in the community, doing things to benefit others. And I'll be glad to have you on there. Good, Joshua. But what we want to talk about tonight, this is what I want to talk about. This is what God laid on my heart. Sometimes we compromise a little bit too much. And I alluded to a little bit of it when I first came on. We compromise our happiness for other people's happiness. You may say, well, Loretta, how do we do that? Easy. We cannot agree with something, but we go along to get along. And we are not really happy about it at all. We go along to get along. I can't do that no more. It doesn't mean that I don't like you. It does not mean that you're not Uriah. I need to talk to you after my show. I'll inbox me when I get off. Um, it doesn't mean that I don't like you. It doesn't mean that I don't support you. But what it does mean is I'm not going to make myself unhappy anymore just to make somebody else happy. Because oftentimes, what happens, ladies and gentlemen, and you're welcome, you are welcome to give me feedback because I don't know it all. But we walk around with a crushed heart many a times because our heart is so big. It's so big. And we want to help everybody. But if the truth be told, we get hurt in return because we give so much, not just monetary, but we give of our time, we give of ourselves. But, ladies and gentlemen, when we need that back, we don't get the same thing back. We don't get the same. It's like people, it's like a leash that leash onto your flesh and won't go anywhere. You have people like that. They'll lock into you and they'll drain you and they'll get everything that they can get from you. They'll get everything that they can get. It's all, and you're so important to them as long as you are giving them and as long as you are doing what they want you to do. But when it's your time, and you ask, you can count the ones that you have helped on your 10 fingers, and you'll probably have 3 fingers left because they don't care if you're successful or not. They don't care if you make it or not. What they care about is what you can do for them. Now, I'm not telling you what nobody told me, but I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. Hey, Lisa, Happy New Year. I'm telling you what I know. People are only concerned. Well, let me change that. Some people are only concerned about what they can get from you. But if you really want to be blessed, be a giver. Again, I'm not talking about just money. You can give your time, you can give your advice. When you help somebody promote their event, that's giving of your time. There is so much that we can do. We can run across somebody who may need some information. We can give them the information that they need. But nowadays, we don't even want to share information with people. We don't want to share information. If we, only information that people really want from us is our contacts. And then they get upset with us and we don't give them our contacts. Now, I will give to you and I will tell you how you can do this, how you can do A, B, C, D. But I feel this way, the same way I get out and work and meet people, meet contacts, you can do the same thing. Nobody handed me anything on a platter and said, Loretta, here is this, go get it. What I had to do was ask God, how do I do this, God? I know you gave me this vision. I know you gave this to me to do. And the people that I am supporting, they're not supporting me back. So, God, I need you to give me someone who can help me and someone that can help finance this that you told me to do. Now, why did I say that? I said that because we want people to give us everything and we don't want to get out and work for it. We don't want to get out and work for it, Benny. We want people to hand it to us. And then when they don't hand it to you, you get mad. I've had people to get mad and start talking to me, but you got to get out and you got to make connections. I heard a sermon that Reverend Chester Gray preached at my church on Sunday. You got to have the right connections. Pastor Mary Lynn Young. You got to have the right connections. You got to be connected to the right sources. Now, what that means, you may like, I'm just going to throw out name. I use peanut butter and jelly a lot. You may like peanut butter and you may like jelly. But when you need a sponsor, peanut butter is not going to help you, and neither is jelly, because only thing they want from you is what you can do for them. They're not going to help you. And I had to learn that. I asked, everybody know that I used to promote a lot of gospel groups. I can ask for $3 from every group that I promoted, and I may get $2 from 2 groups. and I pay them thousands of dollars. They don't care about me, but they care about what I can do about for them. Not just gospel groups. I mean, I promoted some pastors, but and I promoted them and I put them out there. But when they got where they wanted to be, now they don't have anything to do with me. So it's just not gospel groups. So I said that you got to have the right connection, and the connection you need is God. And see, when you're connected to God and you say, well, God, this is what I need, but I don't have this right now. And you trust him and you rely on him, he'll give it to you. I'm telling you, he will give it to you. This Dr. Martin Luther King event that I'm doing, it's been about 20 years, but I got out of the loop. November the 30th, November the 20th, I had surgery. And I was out for a while. And after surgery, I ended up with a pneumonia. And after the pneumonia, I ended up with sinus infections and ear infections and stuff like that. So I wasn't in no more. I said, I don't have any money to do it. I said, I haven't asked any sponsors to do it. But God said, but I gave it to you. He said, I got you. And then he told me, he said, I need you to do A, I need you to do B, I need you to do C, and I need you to do D. And I wrote it down, and I did what he told me to do. And everything I did, what he told me to do, is coming to pass. Some of it has already come to pass. Some of it hasn't got here yet, but it's coming. I said, okay, God, I'm a little bit short. I need the rest of this money because I don't want to owe nobody. He said, okay, make a video, which I did. I did. Y'all saw it. I asked everybody, I said, I need 1,000 people to donate $10. Well, I'm going to say it. It's not coming from the people that I paid thousands of dollars from. I'm just being honest. It's not coming from them. It's not coming from them. It's coming from people who are used to doing things and know that you got to put seed in the ground. See, you got to put seed in the ground in order for your seed to grow. It may not grow all at once. When you plant a garden, you put the seed in the ground. The first little things you're going to see is little sprouts. And then after the sprouts, then you will see what you plan and start to come up. And after it start to come up in a few months, maybe a few weeks, then it's going to be harvest time. And that's what we got to do. And see, I don't have everything to give. I don't have everything to give. But see, God, and I'm not bragging. I got to go back here. I'm losing some people. I'm telling you what I know. God, I can start off. I'm honest. And if people say, I sponsor you, oh, I give them a platform. Oh, I can push them. I can push them. God has given me that. He's given me favor. And he's given me that if I tell somebody, you need to go support her, oh, they're going to support that person. You need to go help that person. And that's what God has given me, because see, if those people help me, then I'm going to tell somebody about them. Oh, I'm going to put them on my platform. You understand what I'm saying? See, he's not going to allow my Dr. Martin Luther King program to be successful, and then I don't do what I said I was going to do. So my first priority is to those sponsors who sponsors me. First of all, as they come in, I add them to my flyer. And then on the day of my show, I'm going to have a booklet. It's not going to be like one of them big booklets. It's going to be a booklet with the name of their businesses on it, like with their name beside it and with their business on it. And then after the event on June 15th, what we're going to do, June 15th will be a Monday. Then that Tuesday, we're going to go through that book. And I'm going to tell y'all, you need to support these people because these people give back to the community. But here's where I am. I am a shopper. Y'all know that. I buy all kinds of things off the line, wigs, I buy makeup, these earrings I got on, clothes from thrift shops. I sent these people and asked them for $10. They wouldn't even respond to me. I'm not going to buy their clothes if it don't cost but $2. Now, if I'm wrong, I got an audience. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong. But why should I continue to spend money with people and they never support anything that I do, I can't do that no more. I'm going to support those people who God placed in my life that knows how to give back. And that's what I'm going to do, because you can't be selfish and you can't have the wrong motive. See, I can talk all night up here, but if I have the wrong motive, you may not know, but God knows. You may not know, but see, I fear God. I'm not going to get up here and tell you I'm going to spotlight you and I'm going to do this and that, and then I don't know who you are after the event. I fear the God too much for that. And so I'm not going to compromise what he's given me just to make you happy. I'm not going to take the platform that God gave to me and misuse it and abuse it, but I am going to use it to help those people who know how to give back. That's what I'm going to do in 2024. Now, let me read some of my comments. I don't know where I'm at. So if you made comments and I don't read them, then you just put it back up there again. Let's see. Let me see. I'm looking to extend my. So just chilling, you say you're a millionaire. So inbox me when I get off, okay? Because right now I want to talk to the people, and you're telling me how you did this. We got to find out first if you're real. And I got a couple of questions that I can ask you to find out if you're real. And then we'll dialogue. But tonight we want to help some people, okay? Lisa said, Madam, you're talking. Miss Virginia she's speaking to Lisa. Marvell said, God is the power source for everything you need. He is. And there go the lady who preached her initial sermon on, what's it, my days mixed up, on Sunday. Congratulations to you, Monica. She's an insurance lady, and I do need some insurance. Yes, I do. Freddie Sumpter, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Carolyn Wilson, I'm enjoying your show, Miss Loretta. May God continue to bless you. May he bless you too. Oh, what's my cash out? What's my cash out? Miss Virginia, you'll put my cash app up there, Miss Virginia. Put it up there and then I'll pin it, okay? January 15th. This is one of the things I'm doing. I'm putting her picture up there. Miss Virginia, I don't think she mind me telling, she's up in age, but she's been on radio for 40 years, for over 40 years. Nobody never does anything for her. She's done so much. She's given. She lives up in Lancaster, South Carolina. She know about feeding the homeless. She know about giving to people who can't help themselves. She know all about that. But see, people, when you're not in a clique, they'll overlook you. They'll overlook you. When you're not in a clique, they will overlook you. When you don't dance to their music, they will overlook you. But then when they overlook you, oh, I feel like preaching tonight. When they overlook you, God got somebody that he's speaking to on the left, on the right, in the front, and the back, that's going to see that the work that you're doing, that need is met. Miss Virginia, put my cash app up there for me. I'm so full right now, I can't hold it. Hey there, where you been, Tarnisha? Where you been? Great to see you. I tell you, I met her in Sylacauga, Alabama for the first time. And just like I knew her so much. And Uriah Gatson, he's out of Georgia, I think it is. Georgia, Alabama 1. And let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something. This young man right here, I can't say too much, Uriah, because I don't want to say too much. Just look out for him. That's the only thing I'm going to say. He can do praise and worship. Pastors that's on here, he can do praise and worship. He can sing with choirs. He can do quartet. He can do whatever you need him to do. And he will be a great asset for you to bring into your anniversaries or your event that you're having. One of the most humblest young men that I have met in the gospel industry. No, Miss Virginia, you got part. Is Cam? No, Let me take time and put it up there. Hold on, y'all. And then we're going to get back. And then I want y'all to talk to me and let me know, have you ever experienced some of the things that I've experienced? But it's a growing experience. It's something that you have to learn. Cam and Angel. There it go right there. That's my two dogs' names. Let's see. What did I do with it? Right there. That's my Cash App. I think it might will be better. I'm so full now. I don't even know what I'm doing. There it go, right there. Now let me go see. Can I go back and find where I was? Let me see. Okay, I did Uriah. Let's see. Yeah, I did Uriah. Miss Elaine Hopkins, Minister Elaine Hopkins. Happy New Year. Miss Mickey Martin, Happy New Year to you. Uriah said, yes, you're one of the ones that pushed me, so I'm very supportive of you. But I'm telling you now, I'm telling you, pastors that's on here, pastors, anybody, praise and worship, you can't find, listen, and Ty Tribbett don't have nothing on Uriah. He can take you high and he can take you low. Trust me on that. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. He's great at what he does. Oh, I did that. Lil Tracy out of New York. How you doing? Thank you for joining us. We hope you had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year as well. But what we're talking about tonight is don't compromise yourself too much. Don't compromise yourself too much. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't compromise yourself too much. It's all right to give, but don't be used. It's all right to give, but make sure who you're giving to, make sure it's in good ground, and then make sure that they're not selfish people. Make sure that they're not selfish people. And then go and put in Google. You know, Google tells us just about everything. And you can go on Facebook, but Google will tell you. Key my name in Google. And oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Key my name in Google from 1997 when I started my nonprofit ministry up until now. It'll show you the works. A lot of people ask, they say, why do you put things you do on Facebook? I don't put things I do on Facebook to brag about it, but I put things I do on Facebook because I want to be accountable to the people who donate to me, that they will see that I did what I said I was going to do. Because you got little demons out there that will be quick to say, she ain't going to do that. She ain't going to do that. No, well, let me tell you, just chilling. Let me tell you what happened to me. And y'all, if I forget what I was saying, y'all, we was talking about sowing in good ground and being real and stuff, because I might have to ask you. Let me tell you why I'm surprised, and let me tell you why I'm a little leery. I tried to befriend a lot of people from different countries, and what has happened to me, the same ones that I befriended hacked my page. Just the Thursday before Christmas, hacked my bank account. I went the whole holidays with no money. It was somebody from a foreign country. You could be as legit as the angels or Jesus that's sitting on the right hand of God the Father Almighty. You could be just that legit, but I have to be careful because of what has happened to me. Everything that has happened to me pertaining to internet, and stole thousands of dollars from my Facebook page when I was running ads in the page. The thousands, they were people from another country. So I apologize to you. I don't want to offend you in any way, but that's why we are surprised. That's why I'm surprised. And that's why I wanted to talk to you off of the chat. So I didn't want to say those things, but I want you to understand why I feel the way that I feel. You could be legit just like I'm legit. And you're welcome to stay on this chat, and you're welcome to conversate with us. But I still want to talk to you because I have to be careful, because I had ads running in my Facebook page, and never got the money. When they did investigations on it, I mean, you're talking about $3,000 and $4,000 a month I would have gotten, and I wouldn't have to have asked anybody to do any sponsorships for me. But somebody from Afghanistan was taking every dime that was being put in my account before I could get it. So that's why I act like that. So I apologize to you. So I can't speak for nobody else, but I'm just speaking for me. So that's why I act like that. Okay. And then Marvell said, that's true. You didn't put a real name up there, so we don't know. Even though you could have put a phony name in there, you don't have a picture, you don't have a name. What we can do, what we can do, a little research on you. That's the only thing we want to do. That's the only thing we're saying. Marvell, is it Cam and Angel 1010? Yes. If you don't want to do that, you can always use my phone number, which is 803 260 8301. You can't go wrong with that. You can use that with Cash App, with Zelle, with Vimo, any of those things. You can use my phone number only to send money. You can't take nothing back from the phone number because I had it fixed like that. But it's 803 260 8301. Now we're gonna get back. But that's the only thing we're saying. Okay, Pastor Mary Young, you're agreeing. Um, um, You said, no, I understand, but that is awful. Very sad indeed. It is very sad. It is very sad. It's sad that we have to take precautions, and sometimes we, innocent people are penalized for something that somebody else has done. And I've been there. I'm not overseas, I'm in America, but I have been blamed for stuff that I didn't do because of other people. Because sometimes it's the company that you're in, sometimes it's the people that you deal with. And if you know somebody is doing something wrong and you keep dealing with them and everybody know they're doing wrong, that's going to become your character. You can be as innocent can be. They say that I'm a little stuck up, but I'm not stuck up. I'm just very careful who I deal with because I've been hurt. You see those chefs on TV that take them onions and be chopping like that. My heart has been chopped just that bad. It's been chopped because of me trusting, because of me giving. Now, do I have a problem forgiving them? I most certainly don't. I can forgive you like snap, cracker, pop. But that don't mean I'm gonna bring you home and feed you steak and potatoes after I forgive you. The Bible do tell us to guard our heart with all diligence. That's what the Bible said. And I will help you if I can. Even though you did something to hurt me, I can still help you. But it's the trust factor that I got. I just can't. Hello, good evening. How you doing? And Happy New Year to you, James. I just can't pick up the pieces from where we left off. I got this little thing that I call, and the people that deal with me, they know. I say, I went fishing today. Now, not literally go fishing because I'm scared of worms. So I don't like the way they feel in my hand. When I say I go fishing, that means I'm going to throw the bait out. It can be just a little simple thing. I'll throw the bait out and I see if the fish is going to bite it. That's how I find out who's real and who's not real. Because if I tell you something and I want to find out if you the snitch, I'm going to write the date down that I told you, what I told you, and I'm not going to tell nobody else that. And if it comes back, you the snitch. And that's how I find out. That's just that easy, because, you have good people that do good. You have bad people that do good things, but they don't mean you any good. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? You have bad people who do good things, but they don't mean you any good. So you just have to be careful what you do. And when you're in ministry, you really have to be careful. Hello, Helen. How you doing? Happy New Year. Good to see you. When you're in ministry, People expect you to walk a certain way. People expect you to be perfect. Ain't nobody perfect. Nobody's perfect. It's not an excuse to sin. But see, God knew we were sin. He knew we would mess up. That's why he gave us 1 John 1 and 9. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and he is just to forgive us and to cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Now, he didn't say that he might think about it. He didn't say it's a possibility that he forgive, but he did say he will forgive us. And that's the consolation that I have. A lot of time, man won't forgive you, but if God forgives you, then you can make it. Oh, you can make it. Oh, you can make it. If God forgives, yes, Miss Virginia, if God forgives you, you can make it. You may have an army like Jehoshaphat had all the army around him, but he did what God told him to do. And when he did what God told him to do, he made it. And that's what we have to do. We can't look at how things are, because if we look at how things are with the natural eyes, it's going to mess with our mind a little bit. When we look at how the world really is, it can mess with our mind a little bit. But God told us, I think it's in First Chronicles 7 and 14 or Second Chronicles 7 and 14. Say one of them. If my people which are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked way, then what did he say he would do? What he said he would do? He would heal the land. But see, what we do, we look at people and we say, oh, that's so horrible. That's bad. Oh, he did that. She did that. Well, he told us to pray, but we don't do that. We don't do that. God can heal this land. He can heal this whole world just by a blink of an eye. It's nothing too hard for God, but he got us down here who are supposed to be representing him, but we are compromising. We are compromising. We're compromising on our jobs. We're compromising in our homes. We're compromising in our churches. I saw this debate today on Facebook. I didn't get into it, but I knew, oh, well, we'll be praying for you, honey. We'll be praying for you. But I knew I was going to touch it a little bit on my show tonight. And I'm not in for no debate. I'm just telling how I feel. You know, they was talking about how Pastor William Murphy, you know, they did secular music. They did secular music in their watch night service. And, you know, people jumped on his bandwagon and say, you do what you got to do to get the young people there and all that. Well, I don't agree with that, but I'm not in for a debate. A person can do what they want to do in my church, but we get to the point where we're compromising. And when I go to church, I want to know that I'm going to church. I don't want to have to second guess and say, am I at a church or a club? That's me. That's Loretta Coleman. When I go to church, it's okay to run. It's okay to jump. It's okay to speak in tongues. It's okay to fall out in the spirit. But what you going to do when you get up if you have no word in the inside? All that's good. But it's that word that's our people. It's that word that's our peace. It's that word that's going to help us when we're in crunch time. Now, y'all talk back to me if I'm wrong. Oh, talk back to me. I was reading all on Facebook. Yes, it may be music that we listen to in our homes. Yes, it may be music that our children listen to. It may be all that, but that ain't no music I want to listen to when I go to church. When I go to church, I want to hear some praise and worship and some hymns. Give me something. Ain't no better song. I don't care. I love Tasha Cobbs. I love Jacqueline Carr. I love Ty Tribbett. I love William Murphy. I love, I'm just naming some contemporary people that I love. But there ain't no song that does anything for me like what a friend I have in Jesus. What a friend. Do y'all know what that song is saying? When you are friendless, when everybody is walk away, you got a friend in Jesus. Oh, you better come on here, Loretta Coleman, tonight. I'm telling you. Sharon said, I agree. Yeah, I want to know. Tell me. And then, well, anyway, thank you, Second Chronicles 7:14. Thank you for that. But what I'm saying is we compromise to the point where, are we really compromising, or is it something that we really want to do? That's the question I want to ask. Are we compromising, or do we really want to do it anyway? I'm a firm believer we got to have something to capture our young people. I believe that. We got to have something to catch their attention because it's a different world. It's a different world. It's not like it was when I was growing up. I'm 62 years old. It's not. It's a big difference because, see, number one, my mom and daddy didn't ask me, "Do you want to go to church this morning?" It was no ask. You gonna get up at 6 o'clock. You gonna eat breakfast, and then we didn't have no car, and we had to walk to church. It wasn't no, "Do you want to go?" It wasn't no leaving you home in bed. You didn't have a choice. But it's a different. It's different now because it's like the parents do what the children want them to do. But that's another. That's another topic. Hey Patricia, it's another topic. But see, we can never go wrong with going back to the basics. The word of God is the word of God, and it do not change. And the bottom line is we all must be born again. Lisa said, you're so correct. It's very scary being in church at this time. The teaching of the church has never been, the teachings of the truth has never been told. You know, I gave that example last week. And you know, it sounds good, and I done shouted off of it, and I done fell out off of it. But the bottom line is it wasn't the word, but it sounded good. And that was Ezekiel and the dry bone, the valley of the dry bones. And I think everybody on here know where I'm going. And you know, I'm just gonna show you how, if you don't know the word for yourself, people can tell you anything. Cause you know that thing preached real good, you know, and the knee bone hooked to the thigh bone, and the thigh bone hooked to the hip bone, and you know the God was doing all that. And no, we be saying preach, you know, during Bible service stuff like that. But no, when he said, "Can these bones live?" he meant, can these spirit live? Can this place be revived? You understand what I'm saying? But if we don't study the word, then we still gonna walk around here and think he thinking about the wrist bone hooked to the elbow and the elbow hooked to the shoulder bone. Sounds real good. It'll make you shout, make a good revival message. But the bottom line, that's not what he was talking about. And I said all that to say, hello there, Miss Veronica. How you doing? And Happy New Year. We got to study ourselves. I love to jump up and down and jump up and down and jump up and down. But when they say, tell your neighbor this, I'm not gonna do it if I don't believe what I'm saying. If he say, tell the neighbor this, and I know it's not, oh, I'll give you a good example. Evangelist Staley, how you doing? Happy New Year. The preacher said, not my pastor now, this was somebody else, said, God help those who help himself. Tell your neighbor, God help those who help himself. I said, no, I can't tell you that, neighbor, because I don't believe that. Because there have been times when I've been in a situation where I could not help myself. And if God had not helped me, I would have been in a situation. But see, stuff like that, it sounds good, but it's not Bible. God said, if you make one step, he'll make two. That ain't scripture. That's man-made stuff. But you don't know that if you don't study the Bible. That's why you got to study the Bible. You got to study the Bible. Some preachers teach to keep numbers, so they say what pleases the people. This is what we're talking about. We are compromising too much. But preachers should preach what God said. But people, ooh, Jesus, Happy New Year to you too and everyone here. But I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about. Are we compromising for numbers? Are we compromising with the people who pay the most tithes and offerings? And we know that we scared to tell them, you know what you're doing is wrong. You know what you said is wrong. You know, there's a way that you can say anything in love. We're not talking about preaching hell and brimstone, because you'll run everybody away. But if you want to pull somebody, ain't no better way to pull them than in love. I tell people all the time about my pastor. I'm hard headed and stubborn. And he just, well, Loretta, if you do it like this, Loretta, if you do it like this, it'll work out on you. And I get so hot with him. Ooh, I get so hot here. But even though I would get hot with him, I was listening to what he told me. And then when I would listen to what he told me, then when things would happen, I go back and say, now I understand what he was saying. Now I understand what he was telling me. Now I understand what he meant. But at that time, I didn't want to hear what he was telling me because I was hard headed. I really don't like it when they say turn to your neighbor. Just me. I don't either. And I just look one straight way. Good night, Lisa, and I hope you continue to do better. I just look one great way. I don't criticize no pastor when they do that, especially if I'm visiting. I'm not going to criticize what they do in their house that God has given them to be over. I'm not going to criticize that. When I go visit a church and what they're doing, as long as they're not doing nothing that's too ungodly, I'm gonna do it with them. I can jump as good as I can with these knees, but I was in this one particular church that I was visiting. And most people know I done had 7 knee replacements. But I was sitting down doing praise and worship. And then the preacher told the usher to have me to stand up. Well, I got up and I stood up for about 10 minutes. Then I sit back down. Then he come back and want me to stand up. I could see that right there won't take me back to visit with you. And I love the fellowship. I love to go see what other churches are doing. But you don't know what's going through in my body. You don't know what's going on in my body. You don't know what's taking place in my body. And I've had that to happen to me. And you may think you're doing the right thing, but you don't know what is happening inside of that person. That's why we all got to be careful with our words. And I used to be so blunt. What I was saying might will be crystal clear white, but it was the tone in which I said it. And God dealt with me about that. I'm not half as bad as I was, because if it came up, it came out. But he dealt with me about that. It's the truth, Loretta, but there's a better way to say it. And so, I could have said, well, it's the truth, it's the truth. I could have said that, but that wasn't the right thing to say. It wasn't the right thing. If we want to pull people to us, we got to pull people in love, not by being phony. Because, see, I don't care how nice you talk to me. I can look you dead in your eyes and tell you whether you mean me any good or not. Oh, I can do that. I can look you dead in your eyes. Give me 5 minutes with you, and I can tell you, if you mean me any good or not. Some preachers place command over compassion because they say, it's my church. It's my church. It's my church. You're absolutely right. But we got to now, I'm not one of, you will never hear me say, and God do show me a lot. He showed me a lot, but I'm not one of them that everything come out of my mouth. God said this, God said that, God told me this, God told me that about that person, God told me this about that person. Well, then what did God tell you about you? That's what I can't get. We always say God told me not to trust them. God told me what they said. But what about what you said? Have God dealt with you about how you act or what you said? See, it's not a one-way street. We got to look at ourselves, because we all sin and come short of the glory of God. And God knew that would happen. That's why he gave us an escape in his word. If we just confess, I was wrong. There are plenty times I've had to say, God, I did not represent you well today. God, this mouth spoke too much today. God, I didn't act right today with that person. I had to go to God and say that. See, sometimes you got to recognize stuff. It's not just everybody else. Sometimes you got to come clean with you. Sometimes you got to come clean with you. Carolyn, I hear so many people, and I'm on social media just about all day because I work from home and I do stuff, and I'm on social media and I see people, and they always be talking about what somebody else and what God showed me about. Well, what about when did God show you you? That's the thing. All of us have things that we need to ask God to clean up in us. We may look good in the eyesight of man. We may look as good as a crystal clear ocean. But then God see the real thing in the inside. We may have on our designer suits. We may have on our gold necklaces and our designer rings and all that may look real good in the inside. I mean, on the outside, but in the inside, we're rotten to a core. I'm not impressed with with that. I see people for who they are. And even times when I've got it wrong, I said, God, I got that one wrong. I got that one wrong. I was wrong about that one. Forgive me, Lord, because I was wrong about her. I was wrong about him. See, sometimes you got to look at yourself. You got to look at yourself and don't compromise what you believe and who you believe just to have friends. Because friends will be here for a little while, well, so called friends, for a little while. But God is always going to be by your side. I would not be on this platform here tonight talking to you if God hadn't did a work in me. You understand what I'm saying? I can't come up here and tell you anything, if I'm not doing it myself. And even the areas that I'm weak in, I say, God, help me. And those of you who have followed me, you know that. You know that that's what I say. God help me because I know that I'm a work in progress, but I know how to go to God and I know how to go to God. And I say, God, I need help in this area because I ain't there yet. I need some help because I'm not there yet. And right now my thinking is not right. And see, somebody asked me this. Somebody gave me an angry face, but I'm gonna tell what I feel is right anyway. Somebody asked me this. I can't go around acting like I'm Miss Goody Two Shoes when God know I'm rotten to the core. See, we can fool people. So this is how I do it. And I'm just sharing. If let me see, let me see. Miss Martin, I'm gonna use you because I know you'll know it's just an example. If Miss Martin do something to offend me, and I don't want to be around her, I'm gonna dodge her. I don't want to be around her. I don't want her to speak to me. I don't want to say nothing to me. Well, how can I be praying and asking God to bless other people and preaching, and I got that hell in my heart? That's hell in my heart. What I need to do is say, God, I don't like what Miss Mickey Martin did to me, and I don't like what she said to me, and I can't handle this. I need you to handle it for me. I need you to help me because I cannot handle this on my own. Because if I handle it my way, it's not going to be right way. That's how I talk to God. I just have conversation with him. Somebody said, well, you tell God that. Well, let me serve you notice just in case you didn't know. God already know how you felt because there's nothing we can hide from him. It's nothing that we can hide from God. God knows everything that we have done. He know what we're going to do. He know what we're thinking. He know everything. We can't hide. So why just not be honest with God? I sit here in my rocking chair, recline over there, and most of the time my dogs be in my little two little mini dogs be in my lap, and I be sitting there talking. I say, "Oh God, I got this wrong today. God, I need you to help me with this today. God, I don't feel like being bothered with her today. God, I don't want her to call me today." That's how I talk to him because he already know. Because I don't want anything to hinder what he's doing in my life. I don't want anything to hinder what he has for me. I don't want anything to hinder it when he called my name that he will not say, depart from me. I know you not. I don't want anything here. So I confess those things to God. I don't confess them to people I don't need. I don't confess them to people. I confess them to God because people mean you good. They do. You have good people out there. They mean you good, and let me see, what was I trying? They mean good, but sometimes, friendships don't last. And sometimes people will share things that you told them 20 years ago that they still should keep to themselves, because you're still accountable to God for what that person told you. Just because you're not friends no more, that don't give you the freedom to go and tell that person business, because you still got to give an account for that. God trusted you with that information, not for you to get mad with that person, go out and tell it. And that's what a lot of people do. But I am at this place, praise the Lord, glory, hallelujah, where I'm finally happy with myself. Whether I have anybody that knock on my door and come to see me, whether I have anybody that say you want to go out and eat, any of that, I'm happy with myself. And it took me years. It took me years to get that way, because I always wanted, well, when I was in high school, I was a class clown. Oh boy, was I the class clown. So, because I like to have fun stuff, but now it does not bother me. If somebody called me, it don't bother me. If somebody do call me, I'll talk to them. If somebody say, if I look on Facebook and somebody out to dinner, that don't bother me. I'm happy home. I'm happy with Cam and Angel. I'm happy with the food that I got in there. That, like, when I get off of him, I'm gonna make me some potato soup. I am happy, but it took me years to get there. It took me years to be happy with me, because let me tell you something. Good evening, Dr. McDonald. Happy New Year to you too. Um, that's a game changer. That's a game changer. Um, you are a true one. Thank you so very much, Just Chilling. Um, Golly, I forgot what I was saying. Mm, I forgot what I was saying now, but I get so wrapped up because I've been through so much, and I don't want nobody to go through. I don't want you to go through what I had to go through. Because I was thrown up against the wall. I'm not talking about nobody throwing me. I threw myself because I wouldn't listen. I wouldn't listen. I wasn't listening to reason. I did what I wanted to do, did how I wanted to do it, and but now I'm just so happy with me and the Lord and Cam and Angel. If somebody say, "Well, will you come and visit? I'm having this event. If I'm available, I'm going. If I'm available, if I feel like it physically, I'm gonna go. I will go and support you. Sometimes I feel like it, sometimes I don't feel like it. But it's not because I don't like you. If I can support it financially, I'll support it. If I can't, then I wish you well on your event. But we got to get to the point where we're happy with ourselves. It's now this is gonna sound a little bit comical, but let me read this. When God's not pleased with someone, he deals personally with them, not gossiping to someone else. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But what I was getting ready to say, because we're just about out of time, if I worried about people like I used to, I most definitely wouldn't have on this blonde wig. Do you hear what I'm saying? I wouldn't have on this wig because I would be saying, "Oh, I wonder what he thinking. Oh, I wonder what she thinking." These are glasses. Most people think they're sunglasses, but these are actual prescription glasses. They will say, "Now, why she on there with sunglasses on?" I'll be worrying about. I'm telling you, that's how I used to. I would worry about all that. I wouldn't have on no makeup and stuff like that because I used to worry about people. Oh God, I used to worry about people. I don't. You know, I used to worry about. Well, I wonder what they're gonna think about what when I wear my hat on Sunday. All kind of foolish stuff going through my head, making myself miserable. Making myself miserable. But I am happy, y'all. I am really happy with me, myself, and I. I really am. Um, um, like I said, I love people. I have to love people to do what I do. Um, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. Um, but criticism can be good because I've had a lot of people to criticize um, me, and some of it I needed to be criticized. You understand what I'm saying? You can get my attention Just speak to me in the right tone. And for God's sake, don't bring me out in front of no crowd of people. Because see, now I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't quite delivered from that yet. You bring me out in a group of people. My mama name was Lily Mae. She was the one. My daddy name was Rudolph. He was the one that said whatever come out. Don't do that to me because you're gonna get Rudolph. If you got something to tell me, I'm an open book as far as my numbers, social media. You can call me. Don't tell me and try to bring me out in front of no group of people because I ain't there yet. That's an area that God is still working on. But I can take criticism, but tell me. But don't tell 50 other people before you get to me. Come to me and tell me. You can talk to me. You can talk to me. You can tell me. My father got the same glasses in sunlight. They get darker. That's right. That's right. I'm enjoying you just chilling. I'm telling you, I'm enjoying you tonight now. But I'm telling you, this has been a great both of these two nights. If you didn't listen to last night, go back and listen to last night. It was really good. But tonight, I just wanted to drive in. Be you. Be you. If they're gonna like you, they're gonna like you. Don't compromise who you are to fit in. Don't compromise who you are to be popular. Because when God is on your side, let me tell you something. When he's on your side, oh, he's on your side. And I'm a firm believer in Isaiah 54:17. No weapon formed against you will prosper. And every tongue that shall rise against you in judgment will be condemned. He didn't say they weren't formed, but he did say they weren't prosper. And that's what I have to live on. That's what I have to live on. That's what keeps me calm and keeps me from getting myself in trouble because I know that God's word is not gonna lie um to me. And finally, what I want to say to each of you, stop judging people when you find out they're in situations and they're in circumstances and this is happening in their life. You don't know what happened. You don't know what caused them to be where they are. You may have the questions in the back of your mind, but you don't know what caused them to be there. So just don't 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 be so quick to judge because you don't know people's situation circumstances. Um, One of the things I heard somebody say the other day, they was talking about they saw somebody in the grocery store. This was just last week, and they were spending food stamps. And they said spending food stamps, but had on name brand jeans and tennis shoes and stuff like that. I said, well, you can get them from thrift shop for $3. I got a pair of Nikes back there in my room that were brand new that I got for $10. Brand new, not knockoff. I got a Kate Spade bag over there right now that costs 200 and some dollars. You know, I got it for 40 for $40. $40. I got a Coach bag that costs $350. All the paperwork was still in it, not knockoff, for $40. For $40. Thrift shop. Thrift shop. But then people hear what they say. Oh, if I come on here like I came on here and I asked for $10 for my Martin Luther King thing, well, I see her on Sundays with them hats and them. That's what they say. That's what they say. That's what they say. She have on them hats and them pocketbooks and them dresses. She don't need no $10. Well, there's a difference between Loretta Coleman Ministries and Loretta Coleman. And see what they don't know. They think they know what they don't know. I am a thrift shopper professional, honey. A thrift shop. Called the wig I had on last night was $5. You know, I'm a thrift shopper. And people, they just sit back and they think they know what they don't know. And they get in these circles and they talk about people. Stop it. Because you don't know. You don't know what they're doing. I've seen men go in clothes bank and get nice name brand suits for $20. I've seen men get Stacey Adams shoes for $10. A person can be dressed up on the outside and don't have money to pay their light bill. You understand what I'm saying? So we judge people. We judge that we don't know. We judge that we don't know. But when I become a millionaire, I make sure to let all y'all know I'm a millionaire. But that don't mean all y'all gonna get everything. Now I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know, I'm a good sower. I believe in sowing seed. But just because God blessed me to be a millionaire, think about those times. I'm gonna give you. I keep saying I keep saying I'm gonna leave it, but just think about this. Think about all the people that you've told no, and you really could have helped them, but you told them no because you didn't want them to have. You thought they were gonna get ahead of you. Oh, come on, Loretta, preach the way you talk. I know your heart is pure, ma'am. I try to be. I try to be. I try to be. Ain't no hidden agendas here. I love helping people all I can help them, but sometimes I just can't. But I'm just saying, we talk too much. We talk that stuff we don't know. We talk that stuff that we don't know. And we need to stop it because we not in a person home. We not in a person pocketbook. We don't know the bills a person got. We don't know if they helping a sick family member, but we running our mouth talking that stuff that we do not know. And we need to stop that. We need to stop that. And that bothers me. And that's why I'd rather be by myself than be around a bunch of gossiping people. I don't want to do that. I'm not going to do it because I feel real good about where God is taking me. And in order for me to get where He's taking me, I got to make sure I do the right thing. And when I mess up, I got to immediately say, God, I blew it today. Forgive me. And it's just like that He will. But anyway, y'all, I'll be back next Monday and Tuesday. Oh, 6:55 p.m. You are absolutely right. It closed with tags on them all the time. It be closed with tags on them all the time. All the time. All you got to do is go to them thrift shop, and they all over Facebook. All over Facebook. I mean, name brand stuff. And people say they have the mentality where they say, I ain't shopping on no thrift. Listen, it's the same clothes you wear. Do you not know that them clothes, this is a dress. I wish you could see it. It's really pretty. It's got pleats all the way down. $10. It's a simple thing as a scene that didn't pass inspection and they couldn't sell it in the store. Well, I don't know that because I don't sew. You understand? So they sell it to them people and them people sell it to us. It's nothing wrong with them. It's don't be clothes that people wear. It be clothes that didn't pass inspection. Well, y'all don't have to. Y'all don't have to buy them. When I have the money, I'm gonna buy them. Because I ain't going this same dress. I go to Belts and here's $100 and I can get it for 10. Oh, come on now. But anyway, I'm getting off. But those of you, I really need your $10 for the Dr. Martin Luther King program. I really do. I asked 100 people. That's what I asked for $10 last night, and I think I got 25. I think I got 25 at the Dr. Martin Luther King. Listen to this. Don't let the numbers go down yet. Let's just listen to this. This is what I do. We celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. King, but the highlight is when we give them unsung heroes who work hard in the community, very hard, never recognized. It's always the big people with the money. God gave this to me as a project. Recognize those you see, Loretta. And I have people that recommend people to me. I have people that recommend people to me. I don't, I don't know what you're saying now. I don't know what that is. But thank you, Miss Virginia. I appreciate that. But I like, buying nice plants. I don't want to get them nothing that's gonna break next year. And so I um I just want to say, if you can, $10, whatever the Lord lay on your heart to send, help me. You're gonna see it all because it's gonna be live on January 15th. We're gonna be live. So you'll see everything. You'll see everybody that get a plaque, and then I'm putting on Facebook. So you'll know where your $10 went. Because I like to give people nice stuff. I really do. I like to give them nice stuff. Don't give people nothing that you don't want them to have. So if you can, um, Um, Here it go. Let's see. And then I'm gonna sign off once I show you this. I'm gonna sign off. If I can get it. Let's see. There we go.
This is Loretta Coleman, and I'm sincerely asking you for your help. Will you donate $10 to help make this event celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. a success?
Now what I did, I made a mistake because Miss Virginia, I had Miss Virginia, I needed to hide her name. Um, so let's do this. And then we're gonna close.
This is Loretta Coleman, and I'm sincerely asking you for your help. Will you donate $10 to help make this event celebrating Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. a success?
Until we meet again, you be blessed. And thanking you in advance for those of you who will help.